I appreciate you sitting down to talk, and let's talk about what you think is pertinent first. I mean, from a lawyer's perspective, I mean, how difficult has this case been in the short time that you've been working it?
Well, you know, the case itself hasn't been difficult. It's dealing with all of the outside distractions and the disappointment that we haven't found Kaylee yet. This case is about Kaylee, and that's what everyone has been trying to do, both the family and myself, is try to get this thing to focus on Kaylee. Not on me, not on the family, not on the grandmother. And, you know, it's unfortunate that people are getting sidetracked the way they are.
Okay. This is what we talked about.
Yes.
People have raised questions about your credentials. On your website, are you being entirely truthful about what you've done?
100%. 100%. Anyone who would question my credentials obviously just doesn't know me or is getting their information incorrectly from an incorrect source or mistaken.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Sure.
Miami-Dade Public Defender's Office says you were hired in 97, not 95. Is that accurate?
I was hired, paid in 97. I began interning there my second year of law school, and I worked there 95 and 96 the entire time. And I was a paid employee from 97 to, I guess, 2 years, 99, something like that.
Okay. So when you talk about working for the Public Defender's Office
I worked
from 95.
there from 95. I worked on cases. I worked with very good lawyers. And I have to say that everything I learned there. The best lawyers come out of that office, and I was fortunate to work there.
Okay. Let me ask about one other item on the website in your bio. The office there says you were an investigator, yet you claim to have won a large number of cases. Can you really make that claim?
Absolutely. I worked, my third year of law school, I was granted by the Supreme Court of Florida what's called a certified legal intern status. That allows you to speak in court, to represent clients, to try cases, just like any other lawyer, provided that you have another lawyer there with you. And before I graduated from law school, I had 10 jury trials. It was one of the main reasons why they hired me, because I had such extensive experience and they had the opportunity to see me and see my performance in court, and it spoke for itself. Subsequent to that, I was in trial every single chance we had.
And saying you won 32 out of 34, is it at least 100%. Misleading a little bit?
I don't think so at all. We won. We won all of those cases that I said we won. And, you know, to say it's not true just isn't true, because it's exactly correct. Those were all not guilty verdicts. I tried them. I did opening statements, closing statements, cross-examined police officers, did everything that was required in a trial. And yes, it's 100% accurate. To say that it's not is just not. It's just not true.
Right. Last question on that, and I'll let it go. I've bounced it off other attorneys that I've talked to on the phone. Mm-hmm. They told me they've never heard anybody who wasn't an actual attorney claim wins and losses on a case.
Well, you know, wins and losses are relative in criminal defense. And I'll tell you, you can't judge a lawyer's your success rate based on wins and losses, because many times you could take a plea and it's a victory. Many times you would lose a case and it ends up being a victory because the sentencing is much less than what the person was originally facing. So it really is relative, and it shouldn't be a guide for someone who's looking to hire a lawyer.
But you certainly make it a point of pointing that out on your biography.
It's the truth. So it certainly is a factor, but it shouldn't be the factor. The factor should be you need to, trust your lawyer, feel that they have your best interest in mind. And if you don't feel that, you're probably not going to do well later on down the road. Second thing is, you should speak to people who have dealt with that lawyer or ask for references. And because when you interview one lawyer versus another lawyer, you don't know who's good in court and who's bad. You don't know if this lawyer is better cross-examining than this lawyer. You don't know those things. So what you should do is you should speak to people who have dealt with that law firm. And we're fortunate that 100% of our clients come in through referrals. We don't advertise.
And I know you won't tell me, but hearing from Casey's family, they say that she found out about you in jail.
There you go. I mean, it's, you know, if you don't, what feels most comfortable to people is knowing that they can speak to someone who's dealt with this lawyer and say, hey, this is a good lawyer. Okay? And that's what I think is the best indicator when trying to hire a lawyer.